Hello everybody and welcome to my next Let's Play in my lineup of Let's Plays I'm going to be doing for this year. The main big ones, mainly by big I mean my favorite games to play. Spyro's already been done, so that one, I probably won't. But here it is. It's BioShock. And a lot of people probably do know this, or at least should know this by now. I love BioShock. I've said it multiple times in multiple videos. It's my favorite game. Not Spyro. I actually went back and watched my Spyro, and I said there that Spyro is my favorite game. No, it's BioShock. Let's just keep it that way for the rest of my life, shall we? Anyway, I do have the DLC. I have New Game Plus. I will not be doing the DLC because that's just stupid crap anyway. I will be doing a new game. I might do New Game Plus. Even though that is DLC, yes, but it does kind of go with the campaign. There's actually other DLC stuff like that in this game. I might do New Game Plus to show off, like, the rest of the stuff I probably miss. I'm going to try my best to 100%. I will try to get all the audio diaries. Sometimes, when I play through the game, since I've played it so many times, sometimes I actually end up forgetting where some stuff's at. So, that happens from time to time. I will be running through this game quickly, though, so keep that in mind. Because this is my favorite game. I play it like every year. This is actually my second time playing it this year because I already beat it for the year. I was going to save it for my Let's Play, but I said, screw it, I'm just going to do it anyway. So, without further ado, let's get right on into BioShock. Here we have the selection of how hard and how difficult we want it to be. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to do maybe hard. But, kind of give the people, or I might just do medium just to give myself an ease through the game. But it'd be too quick, I'd go through too fast, and I want people, kind of keep an eye. I'd love to do Survivor, but, I don't know if anybody really wants to be interested in that because I will skip a few Big Daddies. I'd have to come back and, well, I wouldn't have to skip them because I would have to do... We're doing Survivor. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go full throttle. But the game does have a lot of loading screens too, so that's another thing we gotta be careful of. There will be a cutscene coming up, and I will shut up when that happens.
They told me. Son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Alright, so here we go. Now we're done with the first cutscene, and one thing I remember in the demo, though, a lot of people said that this suitcase over here, if you push one of these suitcases, I don't remember exactly which one, but I think it might have been this one or that blue one. If you push one of these to that stairway over there, they said that you can get a shotgun from it for free. That's a lie. That's not even true at all. As far as I know from the demo, I don't remember getting it. And then, of course, I bought the actual game and never had it. If anybody wants to know my history with this game, I bought it back in July 13th, 2009. That's my anniversary date for this game. Which I probably should start playing on my anniversary date, but oh well. Well, I bought it back then. Loved it. And I still play it to this day. Just, I mainly make it like a traditional every year. I play it once, at least. Like, this is more than the normal amount of time I actually play it a year. I also went back and played some New Game Plus. That kind of counts as a second playthrough, but not really, because I'm still doing the first playthrough just with Plus and trying to get all the tonics and everything, just to see what I can get out of it. I might just let this go as a cutscene too. Maybe.
I'm Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture. A city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
Okay, so that's basically over with. Man, there's just a lot to take in at this part, especially for the first time. If you've ever seen this for the first time, it's definitely a lot to take in, considering how big the city is. We will get to explore pretty much just about every single thing that we see, except for, of course, the Tabacaria and stuff like that. But I mean, hey. Another thing is, I've been playing BioShock for a long time. And it's been, I think, it's almost been my 6th year having it. I know the game came out like 2007, but I don't think it came out on PlayStation in 2007 at first. I think maybe like 2008, 2009, they had like an Xbox 360 and PS3 release. Maybe. But I know that back in 2007 it had a PC release, and that's where it kind of started out on, was a PC, which I have that copy too. I'm not actually playing my original copy because my original copy of it cracked with my new PlayStation 3. It had a crack for a long time, and sometimes it would just freeze up in certain parts, but this time it actually just completely cracked, and I can't really even play it anymore. It sucks, I know. Now I gotta be stuck playing BioShock Infinite just to be able to play this. Because Infinite came with BioShock 1, therefore you can download it, so it's kind of nice to have it, but still. I don't like BioShock Infinite. I actually like BioShock 2's story a lot better than I like Infinite's. I got a lot of problems with Infinite, but one of them is not the gameplay. The gameplay is really good in that game. I probably should let this part go, but you know what? This game's been out long enough. Who cares? You guys can read. You can hear, I'm sure. I've got this game plenty of times, and I will consider what I want to consider a cutscene. And this one, I do not consider really a cutscene. Yeah, we're not really doing anything. Everything else is just working on its own way, but still. If we look up here, there will be shocks and wires going off. Although you can't really see much anyway, so... oh well, right? It's kind of funny. I probably should be a little bit more enthusiastic about this game, but I am. It's just... the first part of the game is not really the best part. Oh, it'll get good. Once we get our weapons, then we're going to go ham. I mean, it's... once I get out of this bathysphere, it's going to be GG from there on. I don't want to have to talk through all these, but you know what? Oh well, because the game's not really chit-chatty like Metal Gear Solid. It's just, it talks a lot. And so we will definitely see that. Yeah, you can look at these windows. It's always nice to look at the windows and just see what's going on. We got the news and all that other kind of stuff. It's kind of ironic how my favorite game of all time takes place underwater, which is actually my biggest fear. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ironic, I think. Yeah. You can actually get here before the cutscene ends. Like I said, I'm going to play this like I normally played. I'm just going to run through it as quickly as possible. Not because I'm trying to get through this game as quickly, just, you know. Range. Press the R2 button to swing. Does a small amount of bludgeoning damage, but does bonus damage if your target has been stunned with electricity. That we will learn later. Right now, we can't actually learn. I have L3 to crouch and R3 is to aim. You'll probably hear a lot of those clicks going off throughout the adventure of ours. So just keep that in mind. One thing when you start this first fight, I recommend kind of staying back if you're on Survivor. Just kind of, you know, stay as far back from him as you possibly can, just so you can get those easy hits on. Yeah, I just kicked his ass without even getting hit. That's like the first time I think I've ever done that in my life. One thing about me, though, is I'm not really good at explaining things. I'm very everywhere. I'm everywhere. Like, I talk about everything. When something comes up, I get distracted and talk about that, or, you know, something else will happen, and I'll start talking about that instead. So I might just let you guys figure this stuff out for yourself and just enjoy the game, and I'll just talk like I'm going through it like I normally would.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him. Let's buck. Weak! You're a weak chopper. And this little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow always had been. You'll be no better off with a metal daddy, little fish. See you floating from right.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's all right. I know he'll be an angel soon.
Alrighty. There we go. Now we have Electrobolt, which allows us to shock certain, you know, doorways, switches, and stuff like that, stun enemies. The good stuff, you know. And we will probably not use Plasmids as much as I'm sure everybody wants me to. And I apologize for that now. I don't really use Plasmids a lot in this game unless I really have to. I like to focus on my wrench mostly. Because the wrench really is just honestly the best thing ever in any game at all. I mean, it really is just the best of the weapons. So, I mean, there's no beating it. I just use it constantly and just, you know, just that one thing I have to use. So we're going to have this jackass in here somewhere. Let's whip out the Electro Bolt and shock him. And then we'll go for a head swipe and boom. We'll do a lot of damage. If we were actually on normal or maybe even hard, we would have actually probably done killed him. That's probably what we would have done. Probably would have done killed him. Son of a bitch, get back here. I could just shock him, but you know, who really cares? I'm not going to worry about that. At this part in the game, we're going to get a lot of opportunities to have said, like, supplies. We're going to get a lot of medkits and Eve. The thing is, alright, so we got Eve Hypos. Eve Hypos, what they do is you press square when you have your Plasmid equipped and you kind of reload, quote unquote, reload your Plasmids. Or you get your mana back, I guess you could say. You got your health bar up there, which is the red. Your Eve bar, which is the blue. And if you hit circle, you can heal yourself with a medikit. Of course, potato chips and food in general, like candy bars and stuff like that, and Arcadia drinks, or just alcohol in general, or any beverage really, will actually heal you. Any kind of food. If you drink alcohol, it will actually waste a little bit of your Eve, but you'll get a little bit of health back. and you will risk the... You'll basically risk getting drunk. I mean, if you drink like 2 to 3 of them in a complete session, you're probably going to get drunk for not too long, but just for a few seconds. All it does is just it makes your screen wobble and just kind of dismembers everything. It's just really annoying. Not dismembers, but just disorientates, you know, your surroundings and stuff to make it harder to see, I guess you could say. I keep forgetting I'm playing on Survivor. I sometimes forget that too. Alright, so here we go. Now we have our revolver. Can I actually look at it? Like, you know. Oh, there we go. Base ammo, 38 caliber rounds. Moderate amount of piercing damage. Advanced ammo, 38 caliber armor piercing rounds. Moderate amount of armor piercing damage. And inventable ammo, 38 caliber anti-personal rounds. Moderate amount of anti-personal damage. That stuff will come into consideration later. Right now we have the revolver, so we're going to use it like we would. Yeah, Arcadia Merlot. Let's see. I want to show you guys something real quick right here. You can actually kill this guy. There's really no point in doing it because you can't like come back. But since we're on Survivor, I'm not going to waste all my bullets. I'm just going to shoot him for now, just to give him a warning. I'll give him a warning shot, you know. Like next time I play the game, and I'll probably play it on like normal, I'll kick his ass. But like this time, he can get away with it because I don't have bullets for this crap. We also have Old Tom Whiskeys. That's also health, but again, it does waste down your Eve. There is a good way. Yep, say like after like 2 or 3, I'm already drunk. But I'm not drunk for too long. There is money in this game. Money doesn't really do anything besides help you buy stuff from like vending machines and crap like that. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Right now, we're just gonna go through this like anybody normally would. I don't know how I killed that guy in one shot when the other guy didn't die in one shot. Depending on what splicer you're fighting, it can determine how much health they really have. Because thug splicers, the people that fight you with like melee weapons, have very low health. The weakest of the enemies, in my opinion, they're at least the weakest. And they just overall suck at combat. But they will try to hit you. Like you noticed, I didn't really get hit by, you know, a lot of these thug splicers. I'm on Survivor for God's sakes. Let's see here. Got some cash in here. Got some money. Not some bullets. That's one I want. There's also leadhead splicers. Leadheads usually either have a Tommy gun or a revolver. They don't really have anything else besides those two, so you don't really gotta worry about much in this game. Just stick with me. Stick with my Let's Play. Watch how I do this. Watch a professional play this game and you'll figure it out. Alright, so New Year's Eve something. New Year's Eve alone. This is our first audio diary. Audio diaries, like I said, I'm going to try to pick up all of them. There's only 2 in Welcome to Rapture. This is where we're at right now. We cannot actually come back here, so make sure you better get everything now, because if you don't, well, you're screwed. Pet bars are those candy bars I just picked up. That actually increases both your Eve and your health by a small amount. Cigarettes waste down your health but increase your Eve. So if you're running out of Eve but you got plenty of health to spare, I'd recommend go ahead and smoke up. Let's see, we got a couple of bodies down there. I'm actually going to try to take this as slowly as I can too, just because, you know, I'm trying to give people an opportunity to see what the hell's going on. For thugs, I like doing, you know, melee combat being kind of nice and just being fair, I guess you could say, in general. But sometimes, like, bullets, of course, hurt more than my wrench. But I just like doing it. Hole in the bathroom wall. Alright. Again, I'll let you guys listen to that one. I'll try to listen to every single one. It'll play off in the background. I missed. I suck at shooting. But don't worry. We'll get plenty of bullets later. Trust me. We will get plenty of bullets. We're basically done here. We got everything 100% at least in Welcome to Rapture already. 100% meaning what I want 100%. Also, I actually did play this before doing this Let's Play on this account, so I already have at least 4 or 5 of the trophies already, so I probably won't get every trophy in one run, but, well, I can unless I do, like, you know, Survivor run with no beat chamber thing. But I'll probably delete that for a Let's Play later or something like that. This is not really a cutscene, so I'll just let this kind of thread out and see what happens. If we look up there, there's nothing up there. There's nothing we actually missed up there. And of course, we got Atlas explaining what Little Sisters are and what's the reason behind them. And like he said, they carry Adam, which everybody wants. So the more Adam you have, you know, the more plasmids you can buy and stuff like that, and just splice up. And that's why these guys look like that, because they are basically addicted to plasmids and just splicing in general. This guy just had to go and fuck with the little sister, so now he's gonna have to pay the price by getting killed by Big Daddy. And that's what happens when you fuck with little sisters. You get fucked with Big Daddies. I can't actually do anything right now. Just this little mini cutscene is just gonna go, and they're gonna walk out and disappear. Now, this game does not have the programming tools to keep it walking. They just, I don't know. See, as you notice, I quickly got out, and look, the smoke's still there, but they're gone. They like disappeared, so that's kind of funny. There's nothing else in this room that I know of, so I wouldn't really worry about being in this room for too long. It's just, you know, grab your bullets and go. That's all I can say. We'll have plenty of time to beat this first level in actually one video. I know it's crazy, right? I recommend when you're fighting leadheads again to just use guns, because you know they're using guns. You might as well just use guns too. Shock and awe really doesn't really. Well, it helps, but it doesn't really help all that much. Especially on. Oh, you little bastard! Came out of nowhere. Thinks he's good with that pipe wrench over there. I don't know where he's running from. Or where he's running to, like you say. I don't know why he ran in here for. I've never really seen anybody actually run in here. Specifically, just because they want to run in here. Another thing is, this game was developed by 2K, who became Irrational, who then became 2K, who then became Irrational Games, and now they're dead. What they originally did was System Shock. If anybody's ever played that game before, if you played System Shock before and you see this game, you're gonna say, yeah, I can tell the similarities. You know, the wrench, the weapons, just in general, everything about it. Also, another little cool thing is you can actually go inside the Big Daddy and just look through there. I don't know, I always used to do that when I was younger. It was just something kind of stupid I would do. But hey, why not, right? Alright, so in this bathroom there's gonna be a med kit, and I think there's some band-aids in the next room. The next two stalls. Band-aids, of course, gain health, so they're good to have, of course. Cool thing is, I'll show you real quick, you can kill that little asshole in there, but I'll show you in a second. Let me go ahead and swipe this trash can in there before the thing closes. No! Get in there! That's what I like doing, just because I like watching it fall down there. Yeah, see, this is a flamethrower turret, and we're going to have more opportunities to see turrets later. But right now, we're just going to have to deal with the guy we have now. There's 3 different types of turrets. There's machine gun, or automatic turrets, I guess you could say, or whatever. Well, they're all automatic, but you know what I mean. There's ones that shoot at rockets, rocket turrets, and then there's, you know, machine gun turrets, and then there's flamethrower turrets, basically. For some reason, I don't know why, but this splicer right here, this thug splicer, she's always the toughest in the beginning of the game. I don't know why she's always the hardest to fight out of the thugs we fought so far, but she just comes out of nowhere. She basically comes out of the bathroom, and then she tries to hit you that way. Again, I think you can shoot it, you can kill it, but since I am on a harder difficulty, it's going to take a lot of bullets to do, and I don't have the bullets to do it, so I'm not going to worry about it. A good thing to do is just shock this water pool and just, you know, let the toasters in the tub go. That's the achievement for shocking somebody in the water for the first time. It's like toasting a tub or something like that. Got some money now. Again, I will not platinum the game in this playthrough, though. Of course not, because, you know, why would I? Another good thing is you don't have to worry about getting all the plasmids upgraded. You don't have to get all the tonics upgraded. Just your weapons upgraded, which I'll get all of those, definitely. There's no chance in hell I'm not going to get every single one upgraded. Unless I screw myself somehow. Later on in the game, which we'll see that moment when we see it. Oh, that's bright. Hurt my damn eyes. Like I said, you guys can read, I'm sure you can. I just like slapping things around. Basically played this game 1,000 times by now. And, you know, it's not going to hurt my feelings if I talk through most of this stuff. Again, I'll just let the cutscenes be the cutscenes, and I'll just let the talkative cutscenes just talk, and people can read or listen in. I recommend reading. I recommend don't listen, because if you listen in, you might not catch it like I did. You know, if you actually read the subtitles, you actually catch things that I have at least not caught. Cool thing about this game I like seeing a lot is new stuff. Like, every time I play this game, I swear to God, something new always happens. And it's just so nice to go back and, you know, play it again to see what else I can find. Another thing that's coming up next after BioShock, Let's Play-wise, I'm actually wanting to do Last of Us. That game, I know, came out like a couple years ago. I usually do like really old games, but since I, figured, Last of Us is a good game, might as well just do that one. The cool thing about Last of Us, the reason why I put it in my top 10 now is because it's such a good game. Even though it doesn't have a final boss, which is usually, something I like to bitch and moan about a lot. It didn't have a final boss, but it definitely felt, what's that word I'm looking for? I definitely felt accomplished when I beat the game. I definitely felt like I did something. Well, alright. We're going to go ahead and let Atlas talk, and then we'll just end off the video. But Last of Us actually reminds me of like it's like a third-person BioShock. Upgrade your weapons, upgrade yourself. All that stuff is just nice. Okay, so anyway, we do have a map. So keep that in mind. You will use that. We also have, our goals we can look at. We have our messages we can look at. And we have our help desk. I don't remember exactly how many we have in Medical Pavilion diary-wise. There's actually one diary that's kind of glitched where it says it's for one area, but it's not. It's weird. I don't know. But anyway, in the next episode, we'll do the Medical Pavilion, which is actually one of my second favorite level from BioShock. I only count Welcome to Rapture because Welcome to Rapture is just a kind of a training level, but this level is actually pretty good. I like this one. My favorite level is actually 3 levels ahead of here. By levels, I mean when we take the bathysphere. And yeah, so I will see you all next time when we play some more BioShock. So take care, everybody.